All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're doing something, well, kind of different, but seriously fun. Usually we reserve this level of deep dive teardown for, the latest smart home hub or flashy smartphone. But today, we're taking that exact same tech-focused reverence and applying it to a totally different category, household ambience. We are officially tearing down the Febreze scent booster. By looking at its design choices, the user interface, and the raw performance specs, we're going to see exactly how Procter & Gamble engineered this little black cylinder to completely upgrade the air in your home. But first, to really get why this product even exists, we gotta ask a pretty simple question. Are you tired of standard air fresheners acting like wallflowers? Think about it. For years, if you wanted continuous scent, your only real option was jamming a basic plastic block into an outlet way down by your floorboards. You literally had zero control over it. It was probably hidden behind a sofa, and honestly, it just felt kind of primitive. It was a set-it-and-forget-it gadget, mostly because you physically couldn't interact with it, even if you tried. Section 1. Beyond the Wall Plug. Escaping the Outlet. This comparison brilliantly illustrates the core innovation we're looking at. Consider the traditional design constraint. You're fixed to a wall plug, hogging your precious limited outlet space, and basically trapped wherever your home's builder decided to run electrical wire. But the Febreze Scent Booster solution? A cord. I know, it sounds almost too simple, but adding a cord means flexible placement. It totally liberates the device. You can now just pop this on your kitchen island, side table in the living room, or some open shelving in your bathroom. It literally takes scent from being a dusty afterthought hiding near your baseboards and lets it be an intentional, curated part of your room's vibe. Moving on to Section 2, Hardware and Scent Control, the User Interface. So the absolute standout hardware feature here has to be the boost button. Because let's be real, this isn't just some passive diffuser. Sometimes you've got guests showing up in literally 5 minutes, or maybe you just cooked a super pungent fish dinner and you need an immediate shift in the atmosphere. Hitting this physical button delivers exactly 40 minutes of intensified Febreze scent. It's a totally on-demand burst of freshness to completely revitalize your surroundings right when you actually need it. But the control definitely doesn't stop with just the boost button. You actually get complete authority over how this thing operates day to day. You've got 3 adjustable intensity settings, low, medium, and high, which lets you scale the fragrance output to perfectly match the size of whatever room you're in. And here's a feature that is shockingly rare in continuous air fresheners. You can actually just turn it off. Going out of town for the weekend? Just switch it off, save your scented oil, and put yourself entirely in the driver's seat. Section 3. By the numbers. Specs and longevity. Okay, the first number you really need to know is 50. When you run this device on its lowest setting, you aren't just getting some faint, barely there scent for a few days. You get what the manufacturer calls first day freshness for a whopping 50 continuous days. That is almost 2 solid months of invigorating fragrance before you even have to think about buying a refill. That's a massive win for efficiency. And hey, remember, since you can turn it off, you can stretch those 50 days out way longer if you actively manage it. The second crucial number to lock in is 40. Like we touched on a second ago, this is the exact number of minutes of sensational, amplified scent you get every single time you hit that boost button. It's a very calculated, timed burst, specifically designed to clear the air and reset a room without just overwhelming your nose for hours on end. So, how does all this translate to the physical footprint? Let's check out the literal hardware specs. We are looking at a sleek, modern plastic unit that's just over 6.4 inches long, about 5.2 inches wide, and nearly 4 inches high. It weighs in at a sturdy, yet surprisingly lightweight, 10.55 ounces. Aesthetically speaking, Procter & Gamble designed this as a black, cylindrical unit. It's really crafted to blend elegantly into your home decor, rather than looking like a utilitarian cleaning product sitting on your counter. Section 4. Compatibility and Safety, the Ecosystem. Now, if you were a longtime Febreze user, you're probably wondering, wait, do I have to buy entirely new, specialized pods just for this device? The answer is a resounding no. This scent booster is totally backwards compatible with all 30+ existing Febreze Plug refills, so you can easily stick with your home's signature scent. Plus, here is a really fantastic piece of engineering. These refills use dual wicks. The device actively swaps back and forth between 2 slightly different scents all day long. This completely prevents what experts call fragrance clog or nose blindness, so you actually keep smelling the freshness day after day. Of course, whenever you bring a new environmental tech device into your living space, one of the biggest questions is always going to be, is this safe for my pets? It is absolutely a vital concern when you're dispersing anything into the air your family breathes.
The documentation here is super clear, but it actually contains a really fascinating nuance. The device and its oils are indeed completely safe to use around kids and your standard household pets, like cats and dogs. But there is one very specific exception: pet birds. Birds have these highly specialized, incredibly efficient respiratory systems that make them uniquely sensitive to literally anything in the air around them. So if you have a parrot, a canary, or any pet bird really, the manufacturer explicitly says to talk to your vet before introducing this or frankly any air care product into your home. It's a great little detail that really highlights how carefully we need to consider our indoor air quality.
All right, Section 5, the customer verdict, market reception. And the customer verdict? It is remarkably strong. Out of a massive sample size of over 5,400 user reviews, this device is holding onto a very impressive 4.6 out of 5-star rating. As you know, that kind of overwhelming consensus usually means a product is delivering exactly what it promises, without any frustrating little quirks. Those high ratings are definitely driving some serious volume too. Based on the data, over 5,000 of these units were snagged in just the past month alone. It's currently sitting at rank number 13 in the wildly competitive electric air fresheners category, and it even cracks the top 2,000 in the massive, overarching health and household category. Consumers are clearly resonating with this whole idea of taking back control of their home scent. Honestly, I think this review from a customer named Magenta Star just perfectly captures why this gadget is finding so much success. They wrote, "Why is this so amazing? Long-lasting scent and nice looking." It is incredibly simple, right? But it hits the nail on the head regarding the dual-purpose engineering of this device. It delivers the long-lasting performance you need, but wrapped up in a sleek, modern design that you actually don't mind looking at. So we've broken down the hardware, the user interface, and the market data. We've seen how something as simple as a power cord and a boost button can totally revolutionize how a traditional household item functions. And I think that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought to consider. For years, we've treated home fragrance as something to hide away in a dusty outlet. But with smart tools like this offering real control and elegant design, is it finally time to make scent a centerpiece in your home rather than just a wallflower? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and remember to always keep questioning the design of the world around you.